"17th of September 2011. Doctor Who's 6th series is almost nearing its end. Releasing to massive critical and audience acclaim, the revival of Doctor Who was still going strong, with the previous year seeing a major overhaul in production team and leadership. The role of Doctor Who was filled with Matt Smith, and the role of showrunner was offered to a Mr. Stephen Moffat. Known for creating some of the most popular episodes of the 9th and 10th Doctor's eras, Stephen Moffat had a trademark style of frequently utilising the storytelling technique of mystery boxes. This became far more pronounced when he took over as showrunner, and it began stretching out across the seasons as a whole. There were mystery boxes practically every episode, even when Moffat wasn't the writer, and none were more infamous than Room 11 in The God Complex. Written by Toby Whithouse, The God Complex features the Doctor arriving in a strange hotel, one with no windows or exits. A never-ending labyrinth with hallways that seem to stretch and pull. The TARDIS quickly disappears, lost in the maze, and the Doctor is forced to team up with a group of survivors. These people have been plucked from time and space and all ended up here, randomly. But there's a catch. This hotel has a room for everyone in the universe, and in that room is that person's greatest fear of all. The episode gets more complicated when a monster roaming the halls is introduced. An exit occasionally shows up and disappears, as if taunting our characters, and it turns out said monster is the Minotaur. Get it? Labyrinth, maze. It's actually pretty clever. And they're related to the Naimon from Horns of the Naimon. That's nice. That's funny. They're funny. Getting off topic. This video, as you may have guessed from the title, is focused on one mystery in particular. One which may seem to on first glance have an answer, but one which you will quickly find is more complicated than you might have originally thought. If you comment below it's the crack in time, feel ashamed of yourself. Shame. This is the mystery of what's in Room 11. Room 11 is the Doctor's room in said Hotel of Infinite Fears, as shown in this scene right here. You see the imagery of 11, you see his face reflect in the door. It's good shit. The Doctor opens the door, and we hear the cloister bell ring. Of course, the Doctor says. Who else? He slowly closes the door and puts on it a do not disturb sign, without ever showing us what's inside. You bastards. So, what is it? What's inside? What is the Doctor's greatest fear? Well, in the episode Time of the Doctor, we get our first attempt at an answer, and frankly, it's pathetic. So by this time, the numbering had already been thrown through a loop, completely erasing the significance behind the number 11 in the first place, but Time of the Doctor does it again, saying that the Doctor is the last incarnation of this regeneration cycle, making him the 13th Doctor. Me explaining to myself in 2010 how the 11th Doctor is actually the 13th Doctor. No, but seriously, this is dumb as hell, and people don't complain about it enough. But another dumb thing Time of the Doctor tries to do is explain Room 11, and it does it in the most random and abrupt way possible, with the crack in time randomly showing up and showing a weird flashback to the event with the crack in time in the wall of the hotel. Okay, so that's it, right? Mystery solved! Let's all go home. No. First of all, the Doctor very clearly says who else, which means that this is a hell of a cop-out. The crack is not and has never been referred to as a who and not a thing. Besides, the Doctor has shown no fear of this thing in the past at all. In fact, he's shown literally the opposite. Not to mention, we hear the cloister bell, which would make no sense if it's the crack. And before you say, oh, the crack in time is the TARDIS exploding, not in Time of the Doctor it isn't. These are like the other cracks mentioned in Vampires of Venice, made by the silence that the Time Lords used to speak through, specifically for the Doctor to speak through. And it's implied that this is the reason the Doctor is afraid of it, because he doesn't want to bring the Time Lords back. Duh, this makes no sense. Why? This explanation only raises more questions than answers. If only there was an actual answer, one which was clearly set up and makes thematic sense. Oh wait, there is, that's what I've been building up to. The real inhabitant of Room 11. The Doctor's true, greatest fear is the Doctor himself. Okay, yeah, I know it's cliche, but this is very clearly the authorial intent when it comes to this episode. I mean, let's look at the context here. Don't get mad at me, get mad at the writers. It's room 11. The Doctor says, who else? As if he knows what it is and knew it couldn't be anything but that. We see the eye of the Doctor. The entire Matt Smith run has been setting up the dark side of the Doctor. In Series 5, we have Amy's Choice, an episode that features the Dream Lord. There's only one person in the universe who hates me as much as you do. That's a direct quote from the episode. And who is the Dream Lord? Why, it's the Doctor, of course, who haunts the Doctor at the end of that episode. A reminder that his dark side will stay with him everywhere he goes, and he clearly gives a fearful look upon realizing that. Series 6 is all about the Doctor's actions catching up with him. A Good Man Goes to War is all about him losing control and him fearing his own dark side. The series ends with him coming to terms with all this and then trying to erase himself from every databank in the universe. Even in future stories, the introduction of the War Doctor, the direction Peter Capaldi takes in his first season, all of this points to the Doctor's greatest fear being himself. And that is exactly what it is. We are shown what's inside room 11. In this shot right here, it's the eye of Doctor Who. I hope you enjoyed this video. I do quite enjoy making videos like these. I know there will be some tools in the comment section getting indignant, saying who knows what. I ignore them. I do this for people like you who enjoy the videos. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, am I right? 92% of people do not subscribe. You're killing me, people. If you want to help support the channel, you can click the join button below to become a member. You'll gain access to a multitude of perks and benefits, including access to the Discord server, exclusive member videos, polls, early insight and teasers, and an inclusion in every video. A massive thanks to my members: Just Tim, Teddy Bite, Oz Baxter, Green Goko, Abigail GP, Maggie132, Ido First, Eric, and Dr. Skelly. And I will see you in the next one. Wait! Stop the outro, people. I have a question to ask. Okay, so because this is the end of the video, I know that the only people still sticking around are the real enjoyers of the content, the real devotees. So this is a question to you. Feel free to answer it in the comment section below however you like. Now that I've done my mega massive Doctor Who ranking, my ultimate review that I should have uploaded earlier this week, I'm kind of stumped on what video topics I should do. I mean, I have a general idea. I've got a bunch of concepts going around, but I'm showing my hand here a little. I've got a video planned on Missy, the Master, and on the Eternals and the Black Guardian, but here's where I want to open the ring to you. Is there another topic or facet of Doctor Who canon which you feel is deserving of a video? If so, feel free to leave it in the comments below. Genuinely. With all that being said, okay, you can actually roll the outro now.